All right, we're 6:05. Hi, Chef Bao. How are you today?
Oh, I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Good to see you again.
Absolutely. Pleasure is mine. Welcome to my kitchen.
Welcome to my kitchen. It's good to be out of the hospital for a little bit, isn't it?
I know, so true.
Okay, well, it's a little bit after. We've got a few people on the call. I'd love to give just a few minutes and introduce Chef Bao before we get started. So my name is Christy Griffin. I'm the System Director of Clinical Nutrition for the Baptist System. I've got the pleasure of introducing Chef Bao today. She is an international TV host and an award-winning and national best-selling author. She's hosted two TV shows, which have aired globally: Food Network Canada's Spice Goddess, which was nominated for a James Beard Award, and U.S. Cooking Channel's Spice of Life. She's been a judge on Iron Chef America, Bobby Flay's Dinner Battle, and Cooking with Fire. She's got three national best-selling cookbooks: Everyday Indian, Bao's Quick and Healthy Indian, which won the Asian Cuisine Category Prize for Canada. I'm going to butcher this, I'm so sorry, but the Gourmand World Cookbook Awards, and Bao's Spice Kitchen, which I personally have. Her Hollywood collaboration includes The 100-Foot Journey by Steven Spielberg and Oprah Winfrey, and The Best Exotic Marigold Hotel. Bao has launched her cooking shows on a media tour through Asia, walked on Oprah's red carpet in New York, and has highlighted Indian cuisine for the event hosted by the King of, you're waiting for me to do this, aren't you? Shahar in the United Arab, I tried. In the Arab Emirates. Bao has created Basmati and Spice, which is a wellness-focused food concept that is now available in more than 900 hospitals, including our own Baptist hospitals, which serves patients and healthcare workers. I'm going to get off my camera. I'm going to let Chef Bao be the star of the show, and let's get started. Y'all enjoy cooking with Chef Bao today.
Well, thank you so much for a wonderful introduction. And you guys don't have to remember it. There's no quiz after this. That's what you heard. But I'm so excited. So welcome to my kitchen. I am absolutely so thrilled and excited to be bringing you to my kitchen here. So we're going to be making the no butter chicken recipe. So you all have the ingredients, I think, in front of you. The recipes were sent to you. So we're going to be going along and we'll cook together. We'll take our time. There's no rush. We're going to enjoy this process. So if you have any questions, and if you want to show what your onion or garlic, whatever it looks like, just put your hand up. So, and maybe you can show it, and then I think Leah or Christy are moderating. And so if you have any questions, just to ask questions, I have no problem answering at the same time. Just type it up. Maybe if you can't say it because you're muted, just to type it up your question, and I'll be so happy to answer your questions as we go along. So before we get started, I think you already have your rice cooked, right? I think that's one of the things that we wanted to make sure the one who's already rice is already cooked out of the way. And so if you have don't have the rice cooked, maybe this is a good time to start your rice. So your rice is going to be ready by the time our chicken finishes. So as you're, so let's get to my spices. So I'm going to bring you to my spice cabinet. So I'm going to pick up the spices. This is kind of my favorite thing. Like I grew up in India, and spices are like absolutely everything to me. So I'm going to be, for this recipe, I'm going to have few spices that are just absolutely so close to my heart, and they give such amazing flavor. So I'm going to have some cumin seeds. Cumin seeds are really nice and warm, earthy flavor. And as well as the cumin seeds are known for good respiratory system. So if for asthma medication, I found out that they use cumin seeds for asthma medication. So we're going to have warm and earthy flavor. We're going to have some cumin seeds. We're going to have some cinnamon, and we're going to have some clove powder. And I'm just going to add some coriander powder and some mustard seeds as well. So coriander adds some natural fiber to your body, and it gives a really beautiful citrus flavor. And every time I'm making any fish or tuna, any kind of like a fish, I always use coriander. to make that and give that natural citrusness to my fish. So I'm gonna add some mustard seeds I have, and let's grab some salt, some turmeric. Turmeric is a little bit chili pepper flakes if you like some heat. But turmeric is the anti-inflammatory. So turmeric is going to give a beautiful yellow color, and turmeric is known to have anti-inflammatory properties. So we're going to have the peppercorn in it. So peppercorn is going to release the curcumin. Actually, peppercorn is going to help digest the curcumin from the turmeric, which is really, really good for your body as well at the same time. So I'm gonna bring these spices back to the counter. So here are my beautiful spices. So I thought we can just start adding them here. So every time I'm asking for cumin, like any kind of powder, so usually I never actually go out and buy powder for. So I'm always making my own powder. Like I have this mortar pestle. You can use a spice grinder. That's totally fine. And if you have like a grinder, coffee grinder, so similar, you can use that for coffee grind for spice grinding. But do not add any grind any coffee after because it's gonna taste like spices. You don't want that. So have one grinder that's only for the spices and have the other one that is good for your coffee. So here, so I'm gonna add some. So I asked for some cumin seeds. I'm gonna put my cumin seeds in my bowl here. I love cumin seeds. This feels like a big hug. Have some cumin seeds. And for coriander powder, I'm gonna have some, I asked for some coriander powder. So here, this coriander, I'm gonna take it. I'm just gonna again put it in my mortar pestle. I never ever buy spices in a powder form because essential oils get released from the spices when you buy when the seed turns into a powder. So you don't know in stores when it was used, when it was turned into a powder. So I just make my own, and I'm just gonna grind it nicely. The seeds are already crushing. So up till now, do you have any questions about the spices? So I think maybe my team can answer, like let me know if there are any questions about the spices. Have you gone around and gathered your spices? Thumbs up if you're with me so far. All right. I see thumbs up. Okay. So if you have a coriander powder, that's totally fine for today. But I am going to be using, again, I like to just make my own powder. Yes, there's a question. Where do you buy your spices? Usually there's any ethnic store. I used to go buy my spices, but now Amazon actually, it really gives, you can buy, or you can just go to Whole Foods has amazing spices. So all those spices you can really get from like a natural grocery store. So how long do the seeds last? Seeds last forever. In my country, like usually between 6 to 8 months, I am already turning all my seeds into powder. But the powder is only good for, so if you turn into a powder, it's only good for, I would say between 3, 4, 5 months. That's it. After that, it's gonna be, flavor is gonna be still kind of there, but it's gonna just fade away the flavor. So it's often people ask me, they're like, oh, I was in Thailand, I went to the market and I got this amazing powder. What should I do with it? So I say, you know what, go home and throw it in the garbage. So if you have any powder in your pantry was sitting there for like more than 2 years, just chuck it. It has no flavor, hardly any flavor, and it's not going to have that, give that like a beautiful aroma. So here I have my coriander powder ready that so I have a coriander powder, some cumin seed, then I have nutmeg, I have my mustard seeds. So I asked for mustard seeds, but I have two types of mustard seed. So I've got my brown ones, seed is one, and then I have my beige one. So the brown ones, like a darker black ones, are more pungent, has more smoky kind of like that rustic kind of flavor. But the lighter one has a bit lighter flavor to it. So we can add like one of each. We can add, either both of them. That's totally okay with me. So I have my mustard seeds. So my cumin, my coriander powder, my mustard seed, and I have my dark mustard seed. We have some cinnamon, and I have some cinnamon, and I have some pepper, clove powder here. So this is it. These are my spices ready, but for my ingredients, I already have a little bit brown sugar. I already have my tomato paste, some of my yogurt that is going to give a beautiful sauce. I'm going to move all my spices out of the way because we have what we're looking for, and some turmeric powder again, of course. I love turmeric. Beautiful, nice color, but do not get it on your clothes. It will never come off. My turmeric. A wee bit again. My kids do not like hot and spicy food, but just a hint of a little bit chili pepper flakes. I like to add it to give it like a little bit bite to the food. But again, your kids don't like it. You don't have to add chili pepper flakes. And look so far how beautiful this looks, right? How gorgeous, this beautiful colors. So people think Indian food is hot and spicy, but besides these chili pepper flakes, nothing here is hot and spicy. Cumin seeds are going to give a beautiful warm earthy flavors. Coriander seeds going to give a nice citrus flavor. Then you have mustard seeds for that musky flavor. Turmeric is going to add this like really like a warm aroma to it. And chili pepper flake is the only one that's going to give a little bit heat. Again, clove powder is a musky flavor, and then cinnamon has that beautiful. Like again, I said like how do you describe cinnamon? It's like a hug. Grandma has given you a hug. That's the flavor actually cinnamon gives. So I have all this ready. So if you have all your spices ready, let's get to the next step. Just give me thumbs up that we are ready. Our spices are ready to go, and give me a thumbs up. I think we have a question.
Someone couldn't find coriander.
You could find any coriander powder today. If you didn't get coriander seed, that's okay. Coriander seed is going to add a citrus flavor to it, but that's totally fine because we have so many other amazing flavor. You're not gonna really miss it, but it's really good for you to kind of like see, okay, now I didn't add any coriander. So what does the food taste like? Okay, so next time when you're making this recipe, you can add some coriander seeds to it. Again, there's no set formula. This is exactly how the spices should be. I am using the spices because this is what my mom used. But my next door neighbor, growing up in India, they would have a completely different. They might have even green cardamom to it because green cardamom adds more floral flavor to it. So all the spices are really dependent on growing up in India was like your financial status. Like if your family can afford green cardamom, you can add green cardamom to it. If your family can afford more saffron, which is like so more expensive than actually gold, you can add more saffron to it. But this is a very rustic village kind of food. So if you don't have one of the ingredients, it's totally okay. Please do not worry about it. Ethnic stores, Whole Foods, Amazon are great places to buy spices. And okay, so great question so far. So why don't let's get started cutting out onion and garlic and ginger. So I'm going to move this out of the way for now. So for this out of the way. And every time I'm cutting my onion, garlic, ginger, I always sharpen my knife. I always sharpen my knife. Just a very quick and like angles, just going both sides, front to back. It looks so cool. to impress your friends and your guests, but it really sharpens the knife. So it's really quicker. So if the sharper the knife, the less likely you will cut your hand because you're not really forcing the knife into the ingredients. It's gonna just naturally cut it. So we're gonna start with some onion. And again, no, not really any trick to cutting an onion, but one of the things my mom taught me again, of course. So when you're cutting an onion, you just cut it right in the middle. So you want to keep this like a root part, you want to keep it stay attached to your onion. Do not cut this one off. Sometimes people cut this one. No, don't cut this one off. Just cut right in the middle. Keep this root part because it's going to help you. Becomes very easy to cut the onion. Just take the top layer off. Top layer off. Keep the root together. And this is going to be, now your onion's not going to go all over the place. It's going to close it. And I'm just going to cut it right in the half. You just go right in half in the center. You just cut the knife right in the center. And then keep this, don't cut your end. Just keep this. See how this is keeping an entire onion together? Look at this. And then of course, just guide your knuckles. Very slowly guide your knuckle, the knife, and you just keep walking, cutting. See, like, look, my favorite thing about this root to be here, like you still have such a good grasp of the onion. So you have your onion ready. Onion on a plate for now. And let's get to our ginger. My mom had this amazing way to cut the ginger. I'm gonna tell you how she did it. So she would have a chunk of ginger. So half an onion is good. That's perfectly fine because I think the recipe you're cooking for like 4 servings, and that's good. If you like more onion, like really love onion, go ahead and cut the other half of the onion as well. While you're doing that, let me just show you a fun way to cut the ginger, how my mom did. So she would take the ginger piece. She never, ever, ever peel the skin. It's very thin, so it's not really too hard. It's not going to interfere with your bite. And the flavors are really nice flavoring as well. So it adds a really nice fiber to your diet. So she will take that knife and then she cut it in half. And then she would just kind of like a thinly slice, like she would just like thinly slice the knife with the knife, the ginger. And then this was her favorite thing. In India growing up, we didn't have a plastic paper. She would use a cloth, but this is how she would like, if you have a plastic paper, you put it on here. And then she would say, okay, let's beat the ginger. So just take a ginger and just like here, and you beat it. So what it's doing right now, so when you cut it, it's not gonna have a big chunks in it. So this gets really nice, becomes so nice and thin. And now you can just cut it. Slice, just cut with your fingers. See, having the ginger beaten a little bit, it's just so easy to make it really nice and fine ginger. How fine the ginger is. Look, you can see it. There you go. So it's like a tablespoon of ginger we're looking for. I think that's what the recipe said. I never follow a recipe. So for you guys today, I have to follow a recipe because I want to know, 2 tablespoons of ginger. So yes, go ahead and cut a little bit more ginger. And while you start that, I'm going to start my garlic as well. Garlic. 2 tablespoons of ginger, 2 tablespoons of garlic. Garlic again. Take a knife it, and the skin comes right off. Another piece. Smack it. Hold on to the hard part, and then skin comes right off. Looking for 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna get like 4 pieces. Any questions so far? Do we have any questions so far? All right, well, everyone is just enjoying cutting onion, garlic, and ginger. And this is my favorite part. Like I used to, when my kids were little, I would have my kids get involved in cutting onion, garlic, and ginger in it. Um, and that was like so much fun. It becomes like a family affair kind of thing. In our games, you can do the same thing. Just kind of, this is how she did it. It was just so funny. Like you would not have like a chunk of garlic in your mouth, and she would just like this. You just have it on top. Just beat it. It becomes such a nice and fine, and you just put it. And you just got your garlic in the slices. So we're looking for 2 tablespoons. I absolutely love garlic. I look for any excuse to add garlic in my diet. So, all right. So our onion, garlic, and ginger is ready. So I'm just using a stainless steel pan here. And just gonna add a bit of oil, a couple tablespoons of oil. Try not to cook with the olive oil in your house because olive oil, as soon as you bring it to medium to high heat, it hits the high smoke point. So usually kill the nutrients and sometimes even burn olive oil, and then it just gives that burn flavor. So any kind of vegetable oil is good. People are using grapeseed oil. Avocado oil is absolutely really good as well. We grew up having mustard seed oil as well as coconut oil. That works really well because you can cook in a high smoke point. So cooking right now, we're looking at a heat between medium to high. And we're gonna add our onion, garlic, ginger right in our pan. Medium to high heat. I spent a lot of time in Paris, France, and I spent a lot of time actually cooking French cuisine. And one of the difference between French cooking, so when you're cooking the French food, so it'd be like you softening the onion. You just don't want to have any color in it, but just to soften it. But Indian food is completely opposite. But looking for it's like a sweetness of the onion to caramelize it. That's what we want. All of the beautiful flavors of the onion, garlic, ginger come right into the oil because we're going to be cooking our spices in the oil. So right now we are seasoning the oil, if you will. So onion, garlic, ginger, we're looking for beautiful red color, caramelized red color, and that's gonna season our oil right now. Any questions so far? We are just like onion, garlic, ginger. While the onion, garlic, ginger are cooking, so you can take our chicken out. Chicken, what I have, I've already cut it earlier for me. So this is a boneless, skinless chicken breast. You can cube it, and so you can just right now just go ahead, and if you want to, waiting for your onion, garlic, ginger, you can just go ahead and cube your chicken. So my favorite part is right now we're just like cooking this, everything is in it. We're just mixing and cooking it. But when I am filming my TV show, it is completely different. So I'll be like, we start with the onion, and then we have to pause it because all the steam now has gone into makeup. So the makeup person has to come and fix my eyebrows or fix my lipstick or something. And then the director goes, okay, let's start again. So then we start right again where we started the onion, then we add the garlic with ginger. Then for the continuity part, then I have to make sure I'm standing right here. If I'm standing right here, then I stand right here and I'm just mixing something. So who can guess how long it takes to film my one show, which is only 22 to 24 minutes long? And we put 3 recipes in it. If anyone can guess it, it'd be so cool. I know you're busy cutting your chicken right now. But think about it. Let me type it up after.
Yeah.
Oh, I already have an answer. Hour and a half, 3 hours, longer. Keep going. Let's see who comes closest to the number. Okay, let me tell you, whoever comes closest to the number, I'm going to send you a signed copy of my cookbook. If you can guess it, if you can guess how long it takes me to film my TV show. Okay, look at this, onion, garlic, ginger. We have 5 hours, we have 10 hours, we have 8 hours. Pretty good guesses. Keep going. It's insanity. It's insanity, honestly. We just like everything, even this portion, what we've done so far, it took us about I think 10 minutes, we're 15 minutes at the sitting. This will be like 4.5 hours. Just up to getting to this point.
Guesses.
So we have 16 hours. Okay. It's at the last guess. 16 hours would mean like, what time would I have to start my day? Be in the kitchen and in front of the computer, in front of the cameras. Okay, all right, okay. Is it the last guess? Can anyone else want to take a guess? Just go ahead and take a guess. 11 and a half, 24 hours. So it's like overnight. This is kind of, okay. 36 hours. Whoa, look at that.
You're gonna tell them?
Okay, I'm gonna tell you. Okay, so it took 2.5 days to make one of my cooking show called. So the 36-hour person is very close. So is that, what's the name? I don't have my glasses with me.
Valencia.
Valencia, yes, you got a signed copy of my cookbook, and I'm just gonna make sure I'll sign it, and you send the address to the team, and we'll be happy to send you a signed copy of my cookbook. Okay, so let's get back to the cooking now. So this is what our onion, garlic, ginger should look like. It shouldn't be burned. It should be, see how beautiful this color is. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Really nice, beautiful, golden brown color. All right. So now this is the time to start adding our spices to it. So what I have right now, so this is the time I'm gonna have, we have tomato paste. I love adding tomato paste to it. the food because it gives a beautiful red color, as well as it's going to give a really nice pungent flavor to it. So before I even get to my tomato paste, I'm going to start my spices. So I'm going to add some cumin seeds. So turn your stove down to medium. Add your cumin seeds. So I think what did I say about cumin seeds? So 1 tablespoon of cumin seed. And I have my turmeric powder. It's like one tablespoon of cumin seeds and 1 teaspoon of turmeric powder. 1 tablespoon of my coriander powder. And then we have just a pinch of cinnamon powder and let me just have a pinch of cinnamon powder. Look how beautiful the colors look so far. Pinch of cinnamon powder and mustard seeds. I am using the brown mustard seeds, like a darker one. Mustard seeds are in. Pinch of my clove powder. Just a pinch of clove powder. Just a pinch of chili pepper flake, just a tiny pinch, because my kids do not like hot and spicy. And the last one is the salt. And now we're gonna mix it, cook it for 30 seconds. That's all it takes for the spices. And look how beautiful these flavors are and how gorgeous this color looks. And the tomato paste. So now let's add tomato paste. Tomato paste is gonna get a beautiful, nice red color. And this is the time. So all this beautiful, warm, earthy flavor, citrus flavor, pungent flavor, all this gorgeous flavors are right in. And now to balance it, all the flavors, I'm just gonna add a little bit brown sugar to it. Just gonna caramelize. So Indian food is all about the layers. So we started with the oil. We started with onion, garlic, ginger, all those layers of the flavor, caramelized flavor went into the oil. Then we have the cumin and the coriander. Then we have the mustard seed, the turmeric, all this layering. So it's all about the layers right now. So now this is the perfect time to add our chicken. Look at this gorgeous color. How beautiful this looks. Look how nice this looks. So we have chicken cook just a little bit. Have the top layer becomes really nice, coated with a nice color, as well as with heat. It covers it, and then if you think your spices are right now sticking to the pan, perfect time to add a little bit water to it. So what I have, like maybe 4 cups so far, I added. You can add more if you feel like, but look at these colors now. Isn't this the most beautiful thing you've ever seen? So this is the time. So if you have allergies to dairy, you can have, if you have a coconut milk at home, you can use coconut milk to it, coconut yogurt to it. But I'm going to use just a regular yogurt. Because I'm looking for really nice sauce. So I have, look how beautiful this looks. Any questions so far? Let it cook. So I'm gonna start stirring my yogurt in it. This is just my non-fat plain Greek yogurt. Just gonna mix it very slowly, slowly, so it doesn't curdle. Very, very slowly. Usually, I leave my yogurt on a on the counter to make it like a room temperature. Adding yogurt to the rest of the chicken. And you can just cover it and let the chicken cook, or you don't have to cover it, and we're gonna let the chicken cook now. So maybe another 4 or 5 minutes, chicken should be ready. So any questions so far? What vegetables pair well with this dish? Anything seasonal? Anything seasonal you like, that would be just absolutely perfect. So right now, just so growing up in India, so this is like, this dish was served only for the wedding time. So weddings are usually during summer. So we had eggplant. This was so perfect. So eggplant, zucchini would be so amazing. So this kind of like okra was absolutely wonderful. But then here, Brussels sprouts. I love Brussels sprouts. So bring your Brussels sprouts to. I don't boil my Brussels sprouts. I steam them. So steam your Brussels sprouts and then put it in a little bit oil, a little bit salt, and a little bit pepper, and then just put it in the oven. And then just let them caramelize. Let the beautiful color go on it. So that goes really well with this. But I try not to add, with any other vegetables, I try not to season heavy with anything else, because this dish already has amazing, amazing flavors. So I try not to add any more seasoning to any other vegetables. And look at this, how beautiful this looks so far. And how's your food? So please give me, I can't see your food, so please give me some feedback what your food looks like. So we have medium heat right now, medium heat. I'm just cooking the chicken right now. All the flavors are already cooked now. This is the goodness of the flavors are being cooked right now. So please tell me what do your chicken looks like, and how is it so far? What the colors look like? What the smell is in the kitchen? My smell in my kitchen is like a huge hug. That's what I feel like. The spices have given me this a huge hug. And this is simmered, and this like cumin, warm tea, coriander, mustard, clove, garlic, ginger, all this beautiful, beautiful aroma is filling my kitchen with this amazing, amazing flavor. Looks delicious to me. A beautiful orange color. Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Really nice, beautiful color. And smells and looks good. Thank you for sharing. How wonderful. The spices are outside your comfort zone. So, that's the thing. People always think it's hot and spicy, but nothing is really hot and spicy. It's only chili pepper flake is the only one that gives a heat. But all the cumin, you use cumin, like if you made chili, so cumin is used in chilies, and coriander is what people use for chili as well. So it's not like it's something unique, but it's only the spices, that only the chili pepper flakes that add heat to it. Could a broth be used? I was thinking, yeah, so you can use broth if you want. I try not to use broth because broth has all the flavors of the onion, garlic, ginger, and all the beautiful spices flavors are already in it. So broth, what does, adds a flavor and season to it. We don't need to use it because our flavors are already in here. So water is totally fine. Broth's not going to make any big difference. All right, so my chicken is almost ready. So, and my rice was cooked. The chicken looks really good. Yeah, maybe another 30 seconds. I'm telling you, my chicken is really good, ready. For garnish, I had some, I got some Actually, I haven't grown anything in my garden yet. I've been just traveling so much for work, and so but I just ended up getting some cilantro. So you can add some cilantro. You can add some mint to garnish. So while this is ready, so let's start plating. So I'm gonna plate, and while you just keep an eye on the chicken, making sure it's fully ready. It's being cooked. So this is the thing that my mom always believed in. I totally always believe in. You eat with your eyes, right? So let's have our. So my rice is already cooked. So what I'm gonna do? You take a bowl, take a square bowl, round bowl, whatever bowl you have, cereal bowl, and then put it like a small bowl, any kind of bowl you have. Like you can have a square bowl, you can have a round bowl. Maybe let's put some round bowl here, like any tiny small bowl. Make it like you eat with your eyes. Let's make our rice but sexy. So I have my rice, just a plain basmati rice. Just putting my rice on it. Now while my chicken is cooking, so tap your rice very nicely. Can you all see this? Do I need to bring a camera closer? Maybe you can bring a camera closer a bit. All I'm doing is tapping, 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 just like my rice nicely packed. 3.5 your serving plate. Up and like this. And you lift the bowl up. Look at that. How cute is that, right? Simple but elegant. And now, look how nice this looks, right? And now the chicken. Can I show you my chicken? Look how beautiful this looks. We have chicken, but right in the middle. Garnished with some mint. Some mint or cilantro. I'm using cilantro right now. And look how beautiful this looks. Ta-da! And this dish is what, like in half an hour, I think? It's ready. Like we were talking a lot. But if you have to cook this, it's like shouldn't take more than like 20, 25 minutes to cook. And look how beautiful this looks. And it is so healthy. No butter, no cream, amazing chicken, freezes really well as well. And this is just so perfect. And all the amazing spices. Again, turmeric is anti-inflammatory. Cumin is great for respiratory system. And so every spice has like, and coriander adds more fiber to it. Cinnamon is so good for you. So all those wonderful, flavorful spices are so amazingly good for your body, and you can just have it here. So I hope it looks good, right? I just can't wait to try it. So any questions? What do you guys think about your food? I would love to even just if you can just even upload a picture. I'm not sure if you can take a picture and upload it. I would love to see what your food looks like. Or any questions so far? Any comments or questions about the colors and the flavors of the presentation? Any questions? And oh, aroma is unreal. I have to try it. I just can't just have it this sitting in front of me. I have to try it. I just love my food. I can eat it all day long. Oh, hmm, so good. Nothing hot and spicy, very flavorful. Absolutely very flavorful. Chicken is coated with humans and corianders and onion and garlic. Oh, so amazing. Oh, look at that picture. Picture just came up.
That's the one who got the cookbook.
Can other proteins be used in front of the chicken breast? Absolutely. Um, if you want to use, like, let's say, goat meat goes really well as well. I love goat meat. But if you want to use with the steak, so what I would do when we did the onion, garlic, ginger, before we added the chicken, what I would do, I would remove after heat, let it cool down completely, and then take the steak and then marinate the steak with all the flavors. And then you barbecue it. Oh, the best steak you will ever eat in your life. Lamb goes really well as well. So lamb shoulder, sometimes when I cook the whole thing in a big pan, I put lamb shoulder right in it, cover it, and then this goes in the oven. Then I cook it for a couple hours in a slow heat. Vegetables. Can you use chickpeas? Yes, you can. Yeah, you can use chickpeas as well. Chickpeas will be a completely different dish kind of thing. So you can have absolutely. Yeah. Wonderful. This looks great. Oh my goodness. Yeah, no, the great questions. Yeah. Any questions at the back? All right. Well, any questions? Wonderful. Do you have any questions? You want to say something?
Do you pass to Christy?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you don't have any questions, oh no, what did you want me to send?
A cookbook we're sending.
Oh, yeah, we're sending you a cookbook. I think that's the person who got that on the cookbook. So Christy can reach out to you, and then you can get the address, and we'll love to send you a signed copy of my cookbook. I think that was fun. I love doing that. That was absolutely fun. Well, thank you so much. And I can't wait for you guys to eat. Oh, there's another plate that looks absolutely beautiful. Oh my goodness, absolutely stunning. Yeah, the colors look exactly like my own kitchen. It's like you were in here in my own kitchen cooking. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much. So, Christy, would you like to come in and say something? Yeah, that looks so amazing. Jonathan's cooked it. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Well, Chef Val, thank you so much. This has been fun.
I
I
had
hope
such an
everybody
amazing
else
time.
enjoyed it.
Yeah, right?
Excellent. Well, I'm going to reach out to get let's get the mailing address for, is it Nincia? Am I saying that right? I will reach out this tomorrow morning, and I'll get your mailing address, and then I will touch base with Chef Val's team, and we'll get that sent out to you. So on behalf of Baptist and Morrison Healthcare, we want to say thank you so much for this. This has been such a fun way to end the evening, and we've already got dinner ready. So what a wonderful way to end the night. So I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. And if I'm not mistaken, I think we're going to be doing this again soon. So we'll get that sent out. Perfect. Yeah. We'll get that sent out, and I hope that all of you join, and tell your friends. Tell your friends to join us next time. We want to see more dishes being made. So I hope everyone has a wonderful evening. And Chef Val, thank you again so much, and to your crew as well.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It was so lovely in my own kitchen. So this was such a pleasure. So thank you for joining me today.
Absolutely. Y'all have a great one. We'll see you soon.
Thank you.